Congratulations, Florida, for winning the Stanley Cup. Let's get into some F1. Canada GP in the books.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One. Follow us for more F1 coverage. Now your hosts, Nicky and Cookie. Take it away, boys.
Welcome back to another episode of the United States of Formula One. I am Cookie.
I am Nicky.
And we are bringing you the results from the Canadian Grand Prix.
It was great. Florida 1 and 6.
So are we talking about Formula One or are we talking about some NHL action here?
I'm sorry, I just feel bad for Canada. It was a great race, but they have not won a Stanley Cup since '93.
They had a great weekend. They put on a great Formula One race and you just want to rub it in?
No, I don't want to rub it in. I would say congratulations on making it to the Stanley Cup Finals, Edmonton.
32 years since Canada has won the Stanley Cup.
I'm actually glad that you did that math because I just know it's 93, and I know that I was born in 87. Which
I was
makes
12
me
years
38.
old.
Yeah, so.
How old? So you were 6 years old? I was 12? Okay. I was just out of 6th grade, living my best life. Didn't know that the next 32 years would be so glorious without Canada winning a Stanley Cup.
But I'm happy they have a GP race because they did a great job.
Let's get into that, and let's get into what really matters.
1 PG?
My man.
Yeah.
Finally out of the 3 PG rule.
Yep.
Third place, George. You called it.
I did. I called him to put in something on the phone here during practice, and he did it. He did it, and we won a little bit of cashola.
Can I clarify this? Mm-hmm. First of all, can I talk about my 5 head right now? I can count. There's 5. That is a giant 5 head. I need to work on something here. Okay. He texted me.
Yes,
this was pre-qualifying.
Yes, this is FP1 actually is when I did.
Throw in a wager, George Russell to win this thing. So I did. We got great odds. Obviously, after he qualified on the pole, the odds weren't as great.
Yeah.
After the race was over, I went to check the account.
Yep.
There was no extra funds in there.
Not at all.
I had made the wager on the Las Vegas race, so we still have
there's a chance.
George to win in Las Vegas.
There's a chance.
We have gained no money, and that
Not
sucks.
a little bit.
It was a great prediction by you. I got to give you credit, but that's my bad.
We cheered about it, so that's still good. I mean, technically, we won.
You're
just not in our pocketbooks.
So excited.
Not in our pocketbooks at all. So
I'm an idiot.
But congratulations, Jorge Russell.
And he got the congrats from the team, from Toto. Well done. But he's more than George. He's giving congrats to 1 and 3.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was actually more excited about Kimi being 3 than...
Yeah, which I get. He's a rookie, but it felt kind of rude. I mean, give George. Just talk about George.
Only George. Only Jorge. First win of the season, of the 2025 season. Can he do more?
When did he win last?
Was it Las Vegas?
Las Vegas last year. So our wager might be live this year. I'm excited for it.
Gridsky.
Looking at the Gridsky.
No.
Any surprises on the grid? I like to start with the surprises.
Lando Norris, 7. That's a pretty big surprise. Piastri, 3, I think is a pretty big surprise. So the fact that the McLarens aren't 1-2, huge surprise.
I think Piastri 3 is a little bit of a surprise. I have a frog in here that I cannot get out today. Hold on.
Hold on, rub it out. All right, good to go.
Fixed. That's a short. Norris 7th.
Yes.
It was a little bit of a precursor for what maybe was to come.
Yeah.
And Boogie was super excited that Aston Martin qualified 6th.
Yes.
Alonso. At least it wasn't Lance Stroll, but yeah, I think other than McLaren kind of having qualifying disappointing week all around, I think everything was kind of falling in line. Antonelli in 4th, that was great for him.
All your big dogs, besides Yuki Tsunoda, but we don't consider him a big dog, were in the top 10.
He's on a big dog team.
That's it. But
for
he's
now,
a little dog.
So
physically as well.
He's a little guy.
Sorry, Yuki.
All right, back into it. So we already alluded to it. Antonelli, first podium of his career.
In
F1.
Verstappen, he's always up there.
He's a mainstay, man. Yeah. Just when we write him off, and he's just there. He just stays there. Oscar in 4th, and then your boy Lando. I don't see him. Maybe I'm not looking at it right.
He forgot to make the top 10 this race.
You know who didn't forget to make the top 10?
Ooh. Oh, I know who you're going to talk about. Nico Hulkenberg. Second race in a row.
Second race in a row in the points.
He's showing something. And again, I wish that he's going to be an Audi, and I think Audi's going to take care of him, and I think his podium curse will go away next year. There's
no chance
he gets that podium this year.
If he puts a Kick Sauber on the podium, what do we do?
I should just bet everything on him, I guess.
I think we burn the camper down.
Yeah, no.
It's the only reasonable thing that we can do is burn it to the ground.
Yeah, Carlos Sainz moved up too, so props on him. But I think the biggest story besides Max Verstappen, who cares? George Russell, I love it. But Kimi Antonelli, I think it was the third youngest driver to be on the podium.
God, look at him. He's a little baby boy there.
Yeah.
And he passed turn 3, lap 1.
Piastri.
He takes Piastri. It's not like
the world championship points leader right now.
Yeah.
He passed him.
There wasn't a wreck or rain or some weird reason that he got into third. He passed the number 1 racer in Formula 1 this year.
Yeah.
In the first lap.
And it was a ballsy move. And I get it. I feel as if Piastri didn't push too hard because he's like, I'm the world championship leader right now, and I don't need to wreck out unlike other people, and then possibly lose on a whole bunch of points. So good for Kimi.
And that makes a lot of sense that Oscar would start, as we're nearing that second half of the season, he would start being a little more conservative, hanging on to those points.
Yeah.
Lando doesn't think that way, apparently. He does not think that way at all. So here's a quick question. Mm-hmm. Driver of the day, if you had to vote. Is it Kimi?
Yeah, it has to be.
See, I think there's a little bit of a dark horse in Carlos Sainz.
Oh, well, for moving up, yes. I mean, but the reason why I have to give driver of the day to Kimi is because he's the third youngest driver, first podium. Carlos Sainz has been there forever. I know he moved up a lot of spots.
Yes.
But I would have to still give it to Kimi.
I agree with you. He only moved up 1 spot, but getting onto the podium is so difficult.
And passing Piastri to move up that 1 spot is huge.
But devil's advocate, Sainz starts in 16th because Hajar cuts him off. He did he block him, and then he didn't even get out of Q1.
Yep.
And then he moves all the way up to 10th and into the points. I think in a normal race, I think Sainz has to be your racer of the week, but I think we got to give it to Kimi here. And
I would have given it to Max Verstappen.
Look at Kimi.
Look at him. He's super excited. Even his avatar looks like he's 12.
Yeah, his avatar actually might look older than he looks, and it looks 12. But Toto is excited.
Yeah.
Kimi Grande, the small Kimi grows to Grande Kimi. He's so excited for him. And then he's talking about his dad. He's like, you should see your dad. He's going nuts up here.
Yeah, well, he is. And they say, I don't say, but I kind of believe in it. I mean, this potentially is going to be your next Max Verstappen. And did you see?
Do you think that?
I do. And they had it was awesome, a small battle during the race where Kimi was on Max Verstappen getting DRS. And I thought he was going to pass him, and Max just ducked right into the pits. It's like, and so we actually didn't get to see that battle.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
He was like, he knew he was about to get passed because his tires were getting crappy. And he's like, I don't want to get passed by the little guy. I'm just going to pit real quick.
Pit right now. So.
Yeah, and let my team give me a 2.8 second pit stop. Save the day. Let's retract back to practice a little bit. I know we're going a little out of order, but I want to.
There's a couple things that we need to talk about.
A lot happened in practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
Well, Leclerc crashes.
Yes.
And I believe it was FP3. Boogie, that's
I did not watch practice. I did watch qualifying. I did not watch practice.
He crashed in one of the practices. I can't remember. I think it was FP3. And that's not. I mean, these engineers, they clean these cars up, they get them back, and they get them ready to go rather quickly. I mean, Yuki Tsunoda a couple of weeks ago flipped his car upside down, and they had him ready to go.
Not that he can, Yuki.
But he gets a penalty because of that. He passes. He passes during the red, gets a 10-place grid penalty,
which I never understand.
Yeah,
like
it's red. I mean, the
Leclerc
lights
crashes. Yeah. You see it. You see it on your steering wheel, on your dash. The team's informing you, and he's like, I get a chance to pass. I can't do it in a real race, so I'm going to do it in practice. Yeah. And then get a 10-grid penalty. And I should start 20th. Lucky for him.
He started 20th.
No, he started 18th because you had Gasly and who was the other one that started?
Stroll?
Was it Stroll? No.
It's
I have
one of
my
those
notes
people.
here. I can't remember. It was someone else. Oh, Gasly and Lawson started in pit lane because of power units. So
Okay.
that bailed out Yuki a little bit.
Yeah, so he started 18th. Okay. And then you got old Hajar gets a 3-place grid penalty for blocking Carlos.
I alluded to this earlier.
Which actually took Carlos out of, what was it, Q1, right? Which kind of screwed him, which actually makes Carlos he's the smooth operator. He is the smooth operator, but he's getting hurt. But, I mean, to come up to 10th. So, and Hajar is what it is, 3 places. He's still a rookie, so I mean, he's going to make mistakes.
What about the explosion that happened?
Albon's explosion?
Yeah.
That was awesome to watch. They red flagged the qualifying because of this. It's like, what happened that happened?
We watched it over and over. We did a little rewind on it, and we thought maybe you hit something. It was just, no, there was either someone had stuck a bomb in there, or maybe
a miniature little C4 bomb.
Had an explosive fart.
Yeah.
Just blew out the backside of his car.
I mean, that has to have been, because they're going at such high speed, you can see his DRS is open when it explodes, there had to have been some sort of a crack in the armor.
Yep.
And air got in there and then just blew basically the side of that car off. So
we can say this is probably a weekend to forget for Williams.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, considering they've been both getting in the points every single week. Albon didn't get in there. Sainz just gets 1 point.
In there, yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't the best weekend for Williams.
I would say it's a bad weekend for Williams. I would say that for sure.
I just love when the drivers get mad because they get on there and talk about plan, and no matter what, if they said stay with plan A, Charles is gonna say something opposite.
Well, the Ferrari, we've been talking about it all season. The Ferrari radio is must-see TV.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's fantastic. Yep. Hamilton is crying, Leclerc is bitching, and it's a lot of sarcasm. It's not hard to pick up on, and I love it.
And let's not forget Lewis Hamilton. You said a lot of crying on the radio. There was a little bit of crying by him this race, and if it was me, I probably would have cried myself. Poor guy, kind of wrecked his race by running over one of the famous Canadian groundhogs. And he's an animal lover.
He loves
So am I. So
he talked after the race about he was emotional and how terrible he felt about it. I'm like, it's a groundhog. Hey. They're a nuisance. They're in my yard right now. I'm setting traps. I'm trying to kill them. He kills one in an accident, almost ruins his race, and he feels bad about it.
I don't know. I have a whole family living in the back. My dog likes to chase him around.
Your dog hates him.
So I find him amusing. I find him cute and cuddly.
I think PETA loves them, some Lewis Hamilton, because he is a lover
Sponsored by PETA.
All animals.
Is this the meat and the potatoes?
We're getting right into
meat and potatoes of the race. Yeah, I mean,
an imbecile sandwich.
Yes, this was.
It's your boy, so I'm gonna go quiet, and I want you to explain to me why your boy was so dumb.
Well, can we at least admit it was exciting to actually see? We knew that we kind of knew this was going to happen. We knew the battle was going to happen. It still hasn't happened, and here's the battle. Now it just kind of shows you. One, it shows you how much Lando Norris is Piastri has stepped up ahead of Lando Norris now that much, and Piastri knows when not to make stupid mistakes, and Norris continues to make stupid mistakes by running in the back of Piastri.
I just think you run into the back of anyone else, you're just racing, you're being aggressive, but to hit your own teammate, he's lucky he didn't knock Oscar out of this race.
And I'll give him that. He said that. He basically took full responsibility for it. He tried to pass. I mean, Piastri gave him no room. Piastri thought that he was going to come down on the inside. Lando actually came up and had 2 wheels on the grass when he smashed into the back of him. It makes absolutely no sense. There was no room there. Hit the brakes. Don't do it. Wait for your next opportunity. There was plenty more of the race left. Yeah. So, I mean, it was dumb. He knew it was dumb.
I'll give Lando a little bit of credit. A little bit, because right away, "Are you all right, dude?" comes from Piastri.
Yeah, and immediately, my fault.
Which I love that Piastri just got bumped. And he's like, "Dude, we're teammates. We're supposed to be doing this together." You'd think he'd be pissed off. He's like, "Oh, are you all right, man?"
Yeah.
Maybe it's because he knows he's still in and he sees he's crashed behind him, but Lando immediately took responsibility. He's like, "I'm sorry, unlucky, stupid, my fault."
Yeah.
I mean, is it going to hurt McLaren's constructors?
No, it's not going to hurt that at all. Is it going to hurt Norris's
100%.
Mental state of mind? I think so. So, I mean, Norris is still in it, but how he races going forward now, I mean, he has tended to shown that it takes him a little while to get over these kind of things. So I'm hoping
he's an emotional guy.
He is.
We'll get into the drivers and constructors standings a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit more about what that did to Norris. But right now,
pixies.
I want to get into your picks and my picks because we are very, very good at this.
We are awesome.
So you picked
Lando Norris to win,
which, if you heard any of the last 5 minutes,
we know that did not happen. He actually did not finish the race. So DNF on that. Instead of the X, it should be a DNF.
Yeah, you should lose 2 points for that. Then you had Kimmy in the top 6.
Yes.
I almost want to give you a bonus point for that.
I mean, that's pretty darn good.
I mean, or maybe I give you less because all you said it was giving me the points, and he ends up being on the podium.
Well, I'll take just 1 point. It's fair.
And then you had the Alpine, and this is just because you hate Aston Martin. You had Alpine passing Aston Martin, and
that didn't happen either.
No, but you got Kimmy.
I got 1.
I'll give you that for Kimmy.
I always like to at least get, when you have all X's up there, you really feel like a horrible sack of shaz. And I got 1 check mark, and it's Kimmy, and I'm happy about it.
If you remember correctly, we also did a bonus selection.
Yep.
This week, and I believe you did Lance Stroll.
Lance Stroll not racing in the Canadian GP. Give me an X for that on the extra point. Did we say that was going to be a half a point or a full point? Did we? One full point. Great.
The man, yes, he's 59 years old.
Lance Stroll's 59?
Well, he's in his mid-40s, but just the old man. I mean, his wrist was hurt.
Yeah.
His pride was hurt. He just doubled up on the waffles that morning at Waffle House.
Yeah.
Got his strength.
I'm gonna call bullshit on the wrist injury. I just think he's like, Daddy, I need a week off. Daddy, I need a week off. So whatever, I'll take the loss. Let's get into your picks.
Daddy did not grant that. My picks.
Okay.
Verstappen to win.
No.
Hajar top 6.
Oh. Possibly, but he got that 3-grid penalty, so that hurt him before it even began. So.
And Nico back-to-back weeks in the points.
Okay. Ooh. I'll give you this. When you made these picks last week, I was like, "There's no way Max Verstappen's going to win." The only person that I thought you were going to possibly get a point on was Isaac Hajar, because I thought there was going to be no way Hülkenberg can go 2 weeks in a row getting in the points. So that's
he didn't
fantastic.
Just sneak in the points.
No, yeah.
My dog finished 8th.
Oh man, his move when Albon went off the track to pass 2 cars was absolutely amazing.
The double pass.
Yeah, I want to see him on the podium one time before I die.
He needs to do it quickly because this guy vapes a ton.
Speaking of, what was your extra pick of the weekend? Your bonus pick?
My bonus pick was that this race was going to occur on Father's Day.
Okay. Wow.
And I got it right.
I'll give you, congratulations on that point. He's going to put that on his point total. I'm going to put an asterisk next to 1 point.
I want to win.
Here's the thing, though. Is Father's Day on Sunday in Canada where the race is being? Because I feel as if it's not, it was on Father's Day while we were watching it on TV, but was Father's Day? I wish we had an Alexa. I'd ask her right now.
Yeah, we'll
find out. We'll let you know.
Okay,
for now you can have it.
Or throw in the comments, or we'll research it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Father's Day in Canada, I won't take the point.
Okay, I like it.
If it was Father's Day as well in Canada, I hope to God at the end of the season I beat you by 1 point, and this is my prediction that beats you.
We're pretty close right now. We'll find out
very close.
In a couple
We're
weeks.
Both very, very, very terrible.
Yeah.
We said we were going to get into it. Let's get into this driver standings. Still the same, 1-2, but Piastri gains 12 points on Norris. Norris obviously got a donut. Piastri only gets 12. This would be typically where Piastri is going to get 25 more points for finishing first. So he finishes 4th, gets 12, but that takes what was a 10-point lead. Now he's 22 points up on him. That's a lot.
But imagine, I'll just be, imagine if this was the 1-2 finish and Norris rams into him, and it's 20. That's just huge. So Norris is kind of lucky that he didn't finish with optimal points, So, he's still in it. He's still in the running. Russell's still in the running. Or Verstappen's still in the running. Can George Russell pass Max Verstappen for that third spot, though?
I think you look at this, obviously,
it's getting so much closer.
You look at McLaren 1-2, and that's obviously the excitement. But I agree with you. I think that 3-4 with Verstappen, 4 years in a row champion, Russell winning this week. Mm-hmm. And obviously he's going to win in Vegas because we already made that prediction.
Mm-hmm. We heard it here first.
God.
4 weeks ago, when we were talking about this, we said this was a 3-man race, and it's a 4-man race now. They're not, this can be, Russell can move up if he continues to win races. He can move up even into second place by the end of the season. I don't see anybody passing Piastri.
No. Piastri's racing so well. Norris, like you said, if Norris lets this go to his head and he's emotional for the next couple races and doesn't just let this be water under the bridge.
Mm-hmm. The most unhappy person is going to be Max Verstappen if he moves in the 4th place. He is not going to want to move out of that top 3.
No.
I tell you that.
I tell you, he's not even happy in 3rd right now at all. And we got Ocon passing Hajar at the bottom there, but that's,
I think they're going to go back and forth. I like both those drivers. And I'm a Haas guy.
Do you think that Nico could sneak into the top 10 by the end of the season?
Quite possibly. I mean,
if he keeps that momentum going,
all he's got to do finish
8th, 9th,
all season. There. He finishes 10th. Oh man, that would be huge for Kip Sauber.
Now let's get into the constructors, and like we said earlier, the Norris mistake. It's not going to have any bearing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it took some points off the board, but geez, look at that.
They're 175 points.
Yeah.
They're leading second place Mercedes by more than Red Bull has total.
Yep.
Let that sink in.
Just let that sink in.
Huh?
Yeah.
175 points up. Now, Mercedes passes Ferrari this week.
Back. They leapfrogged each other back. Ferrari, So Mercedes had those couple of bad weeks, horrible week at Monaco.
Yep.
And then to just jump up and put 2 people on the podium to pop back up over them. So I think that's going to be a battle. I think that's going to be the 2-3 battle. I don't think Red Bull has
Max Verstappen Racing doesn't really have a chance by himself.
There's no way. So yeah.
I saw something that showed if Max wasn't on the team, where Red Bull would be. They have 7 points right now. So
they'd be last place.
Even below Alpine, Kick Sauber, Aston Martin. Yeah, not good at all. But when you got the Mercedes got 40 points this week, a 25 for first, 15 for third. So 40 points in 1 week. That's
huge.
You're going to move up a spot.
I need to keep it going. I'm rooting for George and Kimi. I think they're my. I really wanted Hamilton to be good. Now they're my new favorite.
I was going to say,
second favorite team.
If we're going to flip flop, we have to acknowledge at the beginning of the season, you and I were all red, all Ferrari. Yeah. We bought into the hype. We're excited. Are we going to flip over to Mercedes? Because obviously it looks according to our peril.
Yeah. Well, I always loved George, and
3 PGs.
Always. I still think the Rookie of the Year is going to be Kimi, but I think that the argument would be Hajar because he's on a worse team.
Kimi. I'll give you that.
It's going to be on Kimi.
You've loved Kimi since the beginning.
Haas pops up, and this is their 200th race.
Who cares?
He doesn't like it.
Who cares? Wow. They paid enough money to be in F1 for 200 races. I don't care. Because the only races that mattered is when you had Momoy Nico. And you said no. And you know what he says? I don't need you. I'll take Kick Sauber, a crappier car, and I'll show you how it's done.
I love you, Haas. Until next time.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1 and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Join us next time on USF1. Like and subscribe. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025. Love ya.